Okay guys, we've got some exciting news for the team today. What is it?
We have a minor change approval for 65 lots from the Sunshine Coast Council. So
Awesome.
Long time coming.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It has.
How long has it been?
About 17 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, almost 4.5 months. So
yeah. And what does it normally take?
From a statutory point of view, it should have taken us about 60 business days.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're happy, aren't we?
We are.
What are the benefits we've gained?
Well, we're up from 60 to 65 lots, and additional yield beyond that with the duplexes and whatnot. And
so last time we met with the investors, it was going to be 64. So we've actually squeezed another one out of them, haven't we? How do we do that?
So there was we've got the layout here, which actually shows it. So not sure if you can see that there, but we had a big drainage reserve in this area with a bioretention base, and we managed to put that drainage lot over here instead of here, move the road across and gain this extra lot, residential lot.
Cool. And so what about the conditions? How are they looking?
Very clean. We had the principal of our civil engineering consultancy say to me that they're probably the cleanest set of his conditions he has seen in a very long time.
Cool. And as we're going through, there was a couple of debates that happened with council, and we had to give them 1 or 2 wins in order to get a few ourselves. What were the wins that council got?
Things like lots 39 to 45, 48, 46, accessing on off-road 1 only, not off-road 2.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that wasn't a massive compromise for us, but it was a win that council wanted, so we gave it to them.
Yep. And what about the...
Yeah, the road width was a big one. So this road 1, which will probably become Mulholland Drive, this road right through here, we had assumed it would be a 6 metre wide bitumen, the pavement width. They pushed very heavily for 7.5 metres. So at the end of the day, it's a choice. Pete reluctantly agreed to in the end because he PMing, trying to save the project money. It wasn't a lot of cost, but we think, in general, going from a 6 to a 7.5 metre wide bitumen pavement is probably very good for the development, and it's about $60,000 difference in cost, really, which isn't much in the scheme of a project like this. So.
Especially when you've gained another block.
We gained a block, that's right.
At the same time.
And more than that, there's a whole heap of other conditions Peter sort of alluded to that were cleaned up. So there was possible undergrounding of power, upgrades of external roads, things like that. With a lot of back and forth with council and cracking the whip and beating the table at times, we overcome. They just got effectively removed. So very, very good outcome. Yeah.
Had you seen a precedent where you'd been asked for 7.5 metre wide road before, Pete?
I have, yeah. Council typically ask for more because they can, with no technical justification. So hence why I was not wanting to set another precedent. But as Leon said, it's not a bad thing for the project. In the scheme of the wins we have had, it was a win we could afford to give council to get the benefit we wanted. So.
Cool. And so Leon, what now?
What now? We push ahead. So we were pretty confident of this outcome, and a number of weeks ago we pulled the trigger on the operational works design with the engineers, so they're well underway with that. That'll progress over the next 4 to 6 weeks. We'll be lodging that civil design engineering application. In the interim, in addition to along those lines, we're chatting with civil contractors to determine lead times and whatnot, so we can jump on that tendering process pretty quick. But more importantly, we're starting marketing. So we've got a soft launch in a couple of weeks with builders and whatnot, and the marketing guys are ramping up. We're looking to be on the market pretty soon, within the next month or so.
So when do you think we'll turn soil? I know it's just a guesstimation because there's a lot pending on that, but when do you think?
So it's largely dependent on the operational works approval, and the lead time for contractors. It will most likely be turning soil will be in the new year, most likely. But it's there'll be some preliminary work before that, likely, in terms of getting the site ready, presented well, and there's some other bits and pieces that Peter can probably elaborate on there as well.
Things like the display home.
Yeah.
So we're looking to potentially work with the builders to have that work started before the even potentially before the civil work starts.
Yeah.
Potentially some fencing to improve the amenity adjacent to the existing houses at the southwestern part of the site. But yeah, if depending how things go with operational works approval, it hopefully starts sometime maybe in March next year.
Now the big one, when do we settle the land?
Next month, the end of next month. So
What date?
28th of November.
28th
so,
of
yeah.
November, so there's another champagne to be had then,
There
right?
is. There is. So on that note, that's the minor change approval was the final tick for the funder.
Yep.
Well and truly done. It's all finances unconditional. We've done better than what we had proposed to the funder. So we're all systems going with a bit of time up our sleeve actually for that. So which is good. So we're rolling forward and now just really pushing the marketing and the engineering design side of things as well. With pretty big wins at the moment. We're quite happy about it. So.
Awesome. Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you.